Marcus Rashford. Oh, glorious! That is a special one.
Boom, bam, bam. Here we are, live at 63 Lounge on the Avenue. I am President Chad. This is the man Zaire. How you doing, buddy?
Great, great. Looking forward to a wonderful game today.
All right, now the man Ten Hag has thrown, I don't know what to call it, if it's a spanner in the works or what it is, but we have starting today Donny van der Beek,
The Dutch delight.
Garnacho, and Ronaldo up top. Talk to me. What are you thinking about?
Well, I think it would have been a brave man indeed who would have predicted Donny in their starting 11. I certainly didn't. I was torn about Bonacho because I figured, even though he had a good outing in the previous Europa League game, knowing that this is a must win and we need to win by at least 2 clear goals to be top of the group stage and avoid the 2-leg playoff, I felt he may have gone with a little more experience. But then we have a quick turnaround. We have Aston Villa on Sunday. We're going to be missing an experienced player like Bruno on Sunday because Bruno is on a yellow card suspension. So if ever there was a game to get Donny back into the starting 11, this would have been the game.
All right, I hear that. I hear that. Now, there are two trends of thought that are circulating in the fan base right now. And I want to get your take on it. One is that Ten Hag has accepted to finish second. Right? They are looking at this starting lineup because they're telling themselves if we need 2 clear goals and we're running it down, we should start with Rashford. But we haven't started with Rashford. So for some people, they are looking at it as well. You know, you're giving Donny some work in his legs because we're going to need him on the weekend because they have no Bruno. And you kind of decide, well, okay, fine. We just looking to win the game or just not lose. And we will play the extra games. That's one trend of thought. The other trend of thought is that this is more because of the injuries than anything else. Right? We have no Martial. We have no Sancho. We have no, who's the next attacking player? No Anthony. Right? Let's be real. Anthony Langer didn't cover himself in glory the last time he started for Manchester United. Garnacho at least held his own. So this is not Ten Hag conceding, but him going after it. And the reason Rashford is on the bench is that if he needs to bring somebody on, if he needs to, because the truth is if we start with Rashford, I don't care what anybody says, this version of Cristiano Ronaldo is not a game changer. He's not going to come off the bench and change anything. So there is more likely that Rashford coming off the bench, if we need more firepower in the second half, is going to be a lot more effective than Cristiano Ronaldo coming off the bench. Which one of those two do you think he is submitted that, you know, we're going to try to win, we're going to try to get it 2 goals, but I'm more focused on the weekend? Or do you think that he is doing the best with what he has and the kind of backup, you know, is Rashford on the bench?
I think the second one is the better option. And I think he's going to look at it in terms of if he starts by putting all his cards on the table and it doesn't work, and Marcus gets frustrated, and Cristiano more often than not is a frustrated figure on the field these days, then there's nothing left on the bench for him to throw on in the last 20 minutes of the game. Having a Marcus Rashford to throw on, especially if Sociedad's players start to tire, because remember, they're dealing with some injuries as well. So they have some starting 11 players missing, right? So they actually don't need to come out and go for the win in the game. They could settle for a draw and they will be happy. I expect that they may frustrate us, they may sit back, they may defend deep and compact, right? And we have seen that Rashford is not really a threat against a team that sits back. You wanna catch them on the break.
Interestingly enough, with the likes of Eriksen, with the likes of Donny van der Beek, with the likes of Bruno Fernandes, I think once Rashford and Ronaldo makes the runs, I cannot see a scenario where they're not going to get service. If these guys not crossing the ball in the box, is because Rashford and Ronaldo not making the right runs. At least that is the way I look at it. You know what I mean? Because we have enough creativity in that midfield. Plus, you still have Casemiro there. So to pass the ball to these guys, you know what I mean? But give me a final word. Game is about to start. So give me a final word before we shut it down.
The creativity will work well with those three,
And your prediction.
right? The creativity is going to work well. I expect that we could be at least 1-0 up before he has to bring on Rashford late in the second. My final prediction for a score would be 3-0 United.
That is my prediction as well. And I actually think we're going to get the goal early. It's been a long time since we scored early in a dominant performance. And I think today is going to be that performance. So I am looking for 3-0 as well. President Chad, Zaire, on the United Hour pre-game show. Look out for us after the game. And of course, it's Thursday, so 6 p.m. You know what we're doing later. Remember, Red Devils don't die. We multiply. Enjoy the game, people.